Welcome to 3D Printing for Women. Explore, learn, innovate. Have you ever wondered how people turn simple plastic into useful tools, home decor, or even profitable products, all from home? 3D printing is no longer just for engineers or big companies. Today, anyone can start a 3D printing hobby at home, even with zero experience. In this video, you'll learn exactly how to start 3D printing at home, what you really need as a beginner, what mistakes to avoid, and how this hobby can even turn into a side income. Let's get started. Section 1. What is 3D printing? 3D printing, also known as additive manufacturing, is a process that builds objects layer by layer from computer-generated designs. Unlike traditional manufacturing, which often removes material, 3D printing adds material only where it's needed, making it possible to create complex shapes and custom designs that would be difficult or expensive to produce otherwise. The idea of 3D printing dates back to the early 1980s. In 1981, Dr. Hideo Kodama introduced one of the first concepts of rapid prototyping. A major breakthrough occurred in 1984 when Charles Hull invented stereolithography, or SLA, which creates three-dimensional objects from digital data, and introduced the widely used STL file format. Soon after, other technologies emerged. Selective laser sintering, or SLS, was developed in 1986, and fused deposition modeling, or FDM, followed in 1989. These innovations laid the foundation for the 3D printers we use today. Originally, 3D printing was primarily used in industries such as automotive and aerospace for rapid prototyping. But as printers became more affordable and accessible, the technology expanded into healthcare, fashion, education, and home use. Now that you understand what 3D printing is and how it evolved, let's move on to why starting a 3D printing hobby at home is worth it. Section 2. Why start a 3D printing hobby? Here's why millions of people are getting into 3D printing. You can create custom items you can't buy in stores. It saves money on household accessories. It boosts creativity and problem-solving skills. This makes 3D printing both fun and practical. Section 3. Choosing the right beginner. 3D printer. Before buying your first 3D printer, learning the basics of how 3D printing works is essential. This step alone can save you money, reduce frustration, and help you choose the right machine for your goals. Not all 3D printers are the same, and as a beginner, choosing the wrong type can make the hobby feel overwhelming. The most beginner-friendly option is fused deposition modeling. This type of printer works by melting plastic filament and laying it down layer by layer to build an object. FDM printers are ideal for beginners because they are easy to use, affordable, widely supported online, perfect for household items, organizers, and decor. Another popular technology is resin printing, also known as SLA or DLP, digital light processing. Resin printers use liquid resin and UV light to create highly detailed prints, making them great for jewelry, miniatures, and detailed models. However, resin printing requires careful handling of chemicals, protective gear, extra post-processing steps. Because of this, resin printers are generally better suited for advanced users rather than complete beginners. When choosing a beginner 3D printer, look for features that make learning easier, such as auto bed leveling, a heated build plate, resume print after power loss, strong community and tutorial support. You don't need the most expensive printer to get started. Many beginner printers today are reliable, easy to use, and capable of producing excellent results. One of the most valuable resources for beginners is the 3D printing community. Watching YouTube tutorials and participating in forums like Reddit and Facebook can help you troubleshoot problems quickly and improve your skills faster. If you're looking for beginner-friendly 3D printers, I've linked them in the description below. They're perfect for getting started and help support the channel at no extra cost to you. Choosing the right printer sets the foundation for a successful and enjoyable 3D printing hobby. Next, let's talk about the materials you'll be printing with and which filament is best for beginners. Section 4. Filaments explained for beginners. The most beginner-friendly filament is PLA. PLA is easy to print, low odor, affordable, great for home use. Once you gain confidence, you can explore PETG for stronger prints, TPU for flexible items, ABS or ASA for advanced projects. But remember, PLA is more than enough when starting out. Section 5. Setting up your home printing space. You don't need a workshop, just a safe, stable space. Make sure you have a sturdy table, proper ventilation, fire-safe surroundings, easy access to power. Keep the printer away from children and pets while printing. A clean setup leads to better prints and fewer problems. Section 6. Slicer software made simple. Before a 3D printer can create anything, it needs clear instructions. That's where slicer software comes in. A slicer takes a digital 3D model and converts it into step-by-step instructions that tell your printer exactly how to build the object, layer by layer. Learning how slicer software works before you start printing is essential. It helps you avoid failed prints, wasted filament, and unnecessary frustration, especially as a beginner. Some of the most popular free slicer programs include Cura, Prusa Slicer. These programs are beginner-friendly and designed to work well right out of the box. Inside a slicer, you'll see settings like layer height, print speed, infill density, supports. As a beginner, you don't need to master all of these right away. In fact, using default settings is the best place to start. These presets are carefully tuned to produce reliable results on most printers. Just like choosing the right printer technology, such as FDM versus resin, understanding your slicer helps you make better decisions and get more consistent results. If something goes wrong, you're not alone. One of the best ways to learn slicer settings and fix print issues is by engaging with the 3D printing community online. The more you experiment with your slicer and learn from others, the faster your skills will grow. Up next, let's look at where to find free 3D models so you can start printing without needing to design anything yourself. Section 7. Where to find free 3D models. You don't need to design anything at first. You can download free models from Thingiverse, Printables, Cults 3D. Start with simple items like phone stands, desk organizers, hooks, keychains. These are perfect for learning and building confidence. Section 8. Common beginner mistakes and fixes. Every 3D printing beginner experiences failed prints, and that's completely normal. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is jumping in without learning the basics first. Skipping this step often leads to wasted filament, unnecessary expenses, and frustration that can make people quit too early. Understanding how 3D printing works and choosing the right technology makes a huge difference. For most beginners, fused deposition modeling, or FDM, is the easiest and most forgiving option. Starting with more advanced technologies, like resin printing, can introduce additional safety concerns and complex post-processing that overwhelm new users. Some of the most common beginner issues include prints not sticking to the build plate, warping or lifting corners, stringing between parts, rough or uneven layers. The good news is that most of these problems have simple solutions, such as proper bed leveling, correct temperature settings, and clean build surfaces. Another mistake beginners make is trying to solve problems alone. One of the most powerful tools in 3D printing is the community itself. Engaging with online communities by watching YouTube tutorials or posting in forums like Reddit can provide fast, real-world troubleshooting advice from people who have already solved the same problems. Every failed print teaches you something valuable. Each adjustment you make brings you closer to consistent, high-quality results. Remember, 3D printing is a skill. With patience, practice, and the right resources, mistakes become stepping stones, not setbacks. Up next, let's talk about whether a 3D printing hobby can actually make you money, and what that realistically looks like. Section 9. Can 3D printing make money? Yes, 3D printing can generate income. You can sell custom home decor, personalized gifts, office accessories, educational tools. Many people start as hobbyists and later sell prints on Etsy, craft fairs, or online stores. Even if you never sell anything, the skills you learn are valuable and transferable. Starting a 3D printing hobby at home is easier than ever. You don't need perfection, you just need to start. If this video helped you, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more beginner-friendly 3D printing content for women. Check the description for recommended tools, beginner printers, and helpful resources. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.